Hey guys, welcome back to another video. As you can see, it's a jig making video today, and I'm actually pretty excited about this one. It's a new mold I picked up a couple months ago, and I just recently had a chance to mess with it. The reason I'm so excited for it, it makes these. Now this is definitely a mold you're going to want to add to your arsenal, and if it's something you do want to make, let me show you what you need to get started. Okay, obviously you're going to need the mold. This is the Wacky Head Jig WCK-5-AWG. This is a 5-cavity mold, making sizes 1/16, 3/32, 1/8, 3/16, and 1/4 ounce jigs. Now for the hooks, I'm using the Do It mold style 785. Now these are available in size 2 or size 6. In this case, we're going to be using the size 2. Now these hooks are black chrome, wide gap with a 35-degree bend, and super sticky. You'll need the wire weed guards, which is a Do It mold product WWG-12. And of course, if you decide to paint your molds, you'll need the paint. I highly recommend the ProTech line of powder paints. They've always been really good to me, and they have a great variety of colors to choose from. Alright, lead pot is nice and hot. Let's pour some jigs. Okay, I'm going to try my best to show you how to load this thing without getting my hands in the way too much. This is really the best way I could think to do it. Very, very simple to load. It's got these really well cut grooves, so you can see exactly where the hook goes. Now in this case, I'm only going to load the 3/32 and the 1/8. For me, those are the two sizes I'm going to use. And let's see, I don't know if we can see this or not, but that wire guard there, that little open loop on the end, and that little open loop, if you put a little pressure on the hook, just kind of somewhat keep it in place, it'll hook right onto that. And that'll really help keep it in place when the lead is poured over the top of it. There we go. And that's it. That's the mold loaded. Test pour. Let's go. That's all it takes. The lead nice and hard. And there we go. One stuck to one side, one stuck to the other. But there it is. Two good looking jigs. Let's pop these out. Focus. There we go. Beautiful. Snip the sprue off of this one. And there it is, folks. One weighted, weedless, wacky jig. Just that simple. Alright, I'm going to pour a few more of these real quick, and then I'll show you guys how I like to paint them. Okay, and now the fun part. Now these are absolutely ready to fish as is. You really don't need to paint them. I mean, it's really just kind of, working to get your worm down to the bottom. But making jigs, half the fun is throwing some paint on them. So, first thing I like to do, if you've seen my videos, you know I like to give these a little bit of a file. Now, I just got a new pair of gate cutters. Does a really good job. It leaves very, very little extra lead on there. But still, I run over it just real quick. Down here in Florida, every little burr on these things is a blade of grass that gets stuck to it. So I'm just going to clean these off real quick. And we'll get to painting. Okay, for these I think I'm going to go with a classic black. This is the color that'll go with anything you're going to throw pretty much. And just for fun, because it's a color I just got, Fire Craw. I've already used this on a couple of net heads. It looks freaking great. Basically what you want to do, I use a pair of hemostats. Clamp down your jig in your hemostats. That way you keep your hand away from the heat source. Open up your paint. And I just stir it because you want it nice and fluffy. Okay. Heat gun. Kick that on, and what you're going to want to do is hold it over your heat source. I don't know, slow 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give it a quick dip in and out. Knock off that excess. Take it back to heat for a second. And there you go. It's just that simple. Now what I like to do is I keep a spare head around that I'm not really going to use, and just use the hook point to clear out the eye of your hook if you over dip it a little bit. Then a quick shot over the heat. And there we go. Eyes cleaned out. Jig's pretty much ready to go. Alright guys, well, that pretty much does it on these. Now technically you can throw them in a toaster oven to cure that powder coat, and it will definitely give your finish some longevity. In my personal experience, I'll tend to lose these things long before a little bit of chip paint bothers me, so when I use them for personal use, I don't usually bother baking them. Because look how good they look as is. Well, that's pretty much it guys. I do appreciate you watching another video. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. And since that's all I got for you today, and I am sweating, cooking in my garage, I'll see y'all in the next one.